Designer Note Subject 43. This channel is sponsored by you. Like, comment, and subscribe for content you'd like to see next. This year we saw the return to form by Tag Heuer with two new releases of the Carrera line, the new Carrera and Carrera Sport Chronographs. For the most part, these releases are well received, but for racing enthusiasts like us, the new 160-year anniversary limited edition Tag Heuer Carrera Sports Chronograph is not only a victory lap this year, but is also a love letter to two racing icons. The two new models that Tag Heuer created here features a contemporary design in the form of a 44mm case and dial options in white or blue with contrasting sub-dials. These two new colorways are for the most part mix-ups of the previously released Carrera Sports Chrono released earlier this year. There are some minor changes that do make big differences in these pieces, making them more desirable than the aforementioned chronos. Panda dials are nearly synonymous with racing chronographs for a good reason. It helps the eye focus on the sub-dials on the ever so crucial assessment of your lap time while you're racing on the course. Every split second counts. Here the sub-dials are clearly colored in sharp contrast to the main dial color. These are radial textured like the previous release but adds a flourish of red on the minutes sub-dial that creates a division every 5 minutes. These red markers are of course easier to see over a white sub-dial than that of the black version since red blends readily with the black sub-dial. The running seconds hand is at the 6 o'clock position that is matched to the color of the dial. This somewhat draws away attention to this sub-dial, which makes sense in a way, since this is a non-essential feature to the user-executed timing mechanism of the watch. The big change here is found at the 12 o'clock position. Many would notice that the date window is just below the 12 o'clock marker. This is a refreshing change to many since it's rare to see watches with the date windows at the top of the hands, but to Tag Heuer fanatics, it's a clear tribute to the Dato 45 Carrera of 1965. This is a clever way of inviting Heuer collectors without alienating the new patrons of the brand. The numerals on the date are painted in red just like the Dato 45, and the date window is large enough to push the Carrera branding closer to the badge and cuts away part of the 12 o'clock marker. From an engineering and design standpoint, this move of the date window also makes sense. Now the running seconds hand will not cover the date window anymore whenever the hand passes over the 30-second mark. Even the badge plays a key role in the spirit of the watch. On the blue version, the badge stands out with its metal finish and dark painted background behind the text. The black and white version, however, has a single-tone badge that blends to the dial in the same fashion as the running seconds sub-dial. The indexes on these watches are as legible as the normal sports chrono, being polished and modestly loomed in the middle. The chronograph seconds hand is painted in red. This striking hand commands your attention, making it hard to miss when timing your speed. Rounding out the watch face is the tachymeter bezel that's produced in ceramic with a black bezel matching the sub-dials, while the blue version matches its bezel with the dial itself. The white and black version of the limited line resonates a clearer execution with the chapter rings also matching the white dial. This makes the dial seem a little bigger as well. More noticeable though is that all of these paint a traditional chronograph layout and colorway that reminds us of the Paul Newman Daytona. This colorway is now deeply ingrained in the public consciousness and is a smart move for Tag Heuer to go in this direction. The blue version, on the other hand, opted for a blue dial that's paired with a white chapter ring. This completely separates the blue version in personality by adding a layer of contrast. Also, the blue tone used here is a bolder, more vibrant blue tone compared to the previously released Sports Chrono. If the black version reminds us of Paul Newman, this one is a clear love letter to Steve McQueen's Monaco. This will be one of the more sought-after sports chrono for sure. The Carrera Sport Newman and the Carrera Sport McQueen? Maybe. The back of the case features the Heuer 02 movement. This in-house movement is the company's current flagship movement that's both reliable and cost-effective. In these new releases, the rotor is decorated with the 160 years of avant-garde rotor that also displays its racing heritage with checkered flags on both sides. When compared to the regular sports chrono, this design silhouette looks like a steering wheel versus the wheel spokes on the normal sports chrono. The case back also features the 1 of 1860 marking that announces itself as a limited run for this line. The rest of the watch, like the pushers, case dimensions, and the H-link bracelet, are all similar to the Carrera Sports Chronograph. These watches will retail at $5,950, just $200 more than the regular sports chrono. They will be produced at just 1,860 pieces each, making this run limited enough to warrant collectors a quick call to their authorized dealer the next opportunity they have. TAG Heuer has been winning in the sports chronograph field this year, and these limited edition 160-year anniversary versions are no less champions in our books. These are fantastic iterations that will attract new enthusiasts and endear itself to the Heuer aficionados. It reminds us also of the racing icons in Newman and McQueen as TAG Heuer runs to the finish line in 2020. All of these makes us cheer like fans in the stands as the checkered flag waves and welcomes these clear winners.